Papini Theme and Variations. I am using the Barber Solos for Young Violinists edition. And it's always a great idea to take a look at your time signature and your key signature before you start. So do both of those things. I can see one sharp in the key signature, which tells me we are either in G major or E minor. Looking at this, I think I'd have to say it's G major. I don't see the kind of accidentals, the D sharps, that I would expect if we were in E minor. So I'm going with G major. Useful because it tells us that we should be mostly cheerful when we play this. There might be a bit of drama over in the Coda on the second page because I can see accidentals over there. Just broad brush, scanning my eyes across the music. But we're looking at a pretty straightforward major. Now the theme starts off in common time, which is 4/4. It should have a very square feeling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it also starts with a 1 beat and a crucis. So you've got to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? But very steady and very square. It's a nice stable feeling. Should we have a play of the theme? Okay, let's have a go. We're going to count 1, 2, 3 and play on the 4. And because we're beginning on the upbeat, we're going with an up bow first with a lighter sound. And we're also inhaling on that first note. Okay, so you can exhale into your downbeat and relax and have that really rich tone. 1, 2, 3. That's our theme. Play it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Variation 1, same tempo, same time signature, same key signature. We're starting on a downbeat this time, so you can, and then exhale into your first note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty straightforward, right? We've stuck very closely to the bones of the theme, but instead of playing crotchets, we've broken our crotchets up into quavers and added 2 extra notes just to make it a little more interesting. To me, this feels so much like playing and it's also a great idea to think about, because this is how you build your own theme and variations. You might write a really beautiful 16-bar melody that's just crotchets and quavers, or crotchets and minims. And then for your first variation, you say, okay, all of those crotchets, I am going to instead turn into quavers. So every 2 crotchets will suddenly become 4 quavers, or 2 quavers and 4 semiquavers. Or maybe you're going to put a mordant on every crotchet, I don't know. But things like this are a really great way to start working through composition strategies. because every composition starts with bones, and from the bones you start to build the muscles and the tendons and the ligaments and then the skin and then the freckles and the hairs and all the ornamental stuff. But under everything there are bones, and when you play a theme of variation you are starting off with the skeleton and then you're layering texture on top of that. So let's play variation 1 again, and just keep thinking back to the theme and then what's changed to make this variation a variation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next variation. What's changing? Well, now we're taking all the minims and it looks like we're breaking those into 2 crotchets. We're keeping the quavers like we did before, but most of the minims are getting splintered up. So let's tackle it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, can you still hear the bones? I can hear how that's built on variation 1, but it's further away from the theme. So if I go back to my theme, I'll ignore the first note, the anacrusis. Da, ya, da, da, dum, ya, dum, ba, da, 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 dum, ba, da, 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 da. Oh, okay, I can still see how it relates. If you're ever stuck, try matching up your bar for bar and doing a little bit of singing. You should be fine. Let's play variation 2 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a new thing at the end of that variation. We have it written down though. The previous 2, no writ, just straight through tempo to the end. Okay, let's take a look at variation 3. I can see a ton of slurs in there. I can see some helpful fingering marked in, 4th fingers to remind us where to be economical with our string crossings. Because it's all slurred, we do want to be careful about that. Generally the rule is you look at them, I call them mystery notes. Okay, we come to an E and we go, oh, do I play 4th finger on A, E, or do I play open E, E? Well, if the note before it is on the A string, good chance you're going to play the 4th finger. Even better chance if the note after is also on A string. If the note coming after it is an E string note, maybe you're going to slip an open E in there to make it easier. So if I have the notes, well, I'm going to play an E because I'm heading up to the E string anyway. But if I have the notes, doesn't make sense to play an open E. It's much more economical and sensible. So it's always good to stop and problem solve. If you don't understand why there's a 4th finger printed, try playing it as an open E. That's a good way to find out how awkward it can feel. Let's play this at first with separate bows, just because I can see there are lots of quavers in here. It should be pretty steady and even, and we probably don't need bowing to complicate that right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, rotate. so this is obviously very lyrical. It has a very legato style to it. And we're just like coming in a couple of mordant notes like the C sharp that doesn't really belong. That's unusual. That wasn't anywhere. Oh no, it was. C sharp isn't in G major, but we've borrowed it. We've pivoted to D major for a second. And if you check back at the theme, we did play a C sharp. It's at the end of the first line. So that C sharp has come back. It's reared its ugly head again in bar 56. You might want to mark it with a little semitone in your music. Okay, I'm going to play the slows this time. If you want to, obviously you can do whatever you like. Maybe you're still at the separate stage. Maybe you would like to add slows as well. 1, 2, 3, inhale. Are we good for the coda? Okay, just before we go on to the coda, in both bar 55 and 63, we have this bowing pattern. Slur, up, down, up. Just be careful that when you play that, like, use the same amount of bow for each quaver. If you're using, 5 centimeters, 5, 5, 5, 5. Don't play. It's going to sound really clumsy. So zoom up to the top half of your bow. Stay there. Zoom back. And there's a diminuendo in that first phrase, so you just want to tape your dynamics beautifully. Maybe let's play variation 3 one more time, and then we'll tack the coda on. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about my flubbed notes back in 55. I have no fingers in my music, and obviously I just fell over that. Let's go on with the coda. Separate bows, because I can see some nasty accidentals. So let's play our first line, and then maybe we'll revisit the first line again. 65, if you're playing with the bar numbers. 1, 2. Okay, again, because it's a mordant little melody. Ready, play. Okay, so we're detoring a little bit through G minor. We've got those F sharp accidentals. We've come across an E flat accidental. Let's play from the start of the coda again with the right bowing this time. Ready, 2, 3, and... On we go. with a fermata, so you can stretch that semi-breve out as long as you like. So, nice reading practice in the coda because we have a few accidentals to negotiate. I'm going to suggest playing again from 72. Da 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 da, ya da 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 dum. We have a really kind of lullaby sensation here, really rocking. Okay, very sweet and lovely. So from 72, 1, 2, 3, 4. Smaller. 1, 2. Whole coda from 65. Let's join it all up now. If you need to like pause me and mark any semitones or any like low one, high ones, that little bit in 76 is straight out of Becker Gavotte in book 3, right? So that's old, we know that, easy peasy. Let's play from 65 to the end. Ready, 2, 3, and... Breathe. Breathe. Think we can play the whole thing from the start? Yeah, why not? Okay, so remember we're in G major. We have a common time, 4/4 key time signature. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breath really helps. Okay, we always want to exhale on our downbeats, and when you have an anacrusis to begin, like we do here, little sniff in. Okay, will just help that energy rise into the phrase. 1, 2, 3. and I hope this has been of help.